You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens weekly where two old guys play old games. Hey, normally, our thing lately has been playing down through alphabetically the games on the NES Classic. Mm-hmm. Well, we've gotten to a streak of ones we've already done.
Yeah, this kind of starts the streak.
Yep.
Because this episode is supposed to be on Pac-Man, which we have already covered. Mm-hmm. Back when we were playing the games that were mentioned in Ready Player One. Mm-hmm. I think Pac-Man's a really early episode for us because it's in the 100s.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Jason was on that episode. I haven't worked there in a long time.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of that, and it was kind of like, I wonder, because I never spoke to Jason after he recorded. Well, I guess because he recorded again with us a second time.
Well, he did Rygar, then he did Pac-Man.
That's right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never seen that guy. I don't think since. So
he's in Chicago, so I haven't either, and that's right. Fine.
Well, if you're listening to Jason, hi. Also, Tyler's aired some dirty laundry.
Oh, he posted a picture on Facebook of some plating he did at some event in Chicago.
Plating?
He's a chef for a company
I got you.
there.
Okay.
And I thought the plating didn't look very good, so I sent it to Bobby, my buddy Bobby, who also I worked with at that nursing home under Jason.
Buddy Bobby.
Oh, Bobby channeled his inner Sith, and I just got a litany, just dozens of angry, just
what was he angry about?
Rage-fueled. What a fucking idiot Jason is.
Well, Jason, if you're listening, he definitely does not donate on Patreon, right? Because we will have to erase this from history if he does. All right, well, then fuck him, right?
He probably doesn't even remember us anymore, so that's fine.
He definitely doesn't remember me. I guarantee you, if I saw him on the street, he'd be like, oh, that guy looks kind of familiar. And I'd be like, Jason, what's up? You like Pac-Man, right?
I'm quite the narcissist, so I don't remember you. I'm sorry.
Well, I like that. I passed the narcissist test then.
Oh, yeah?
I worry about that sometimes.
Oh. Well, the fact you worry about it proves that you're not.
Man, every time someone talks about a psychological disorder or something, I listen and I'm like, yeah, I do those things. And every time I'm gonna do one of these things, I'm gonna notice it now. And
we have one air quote friend who I believe has that disorder, and in no way, shape, or fashion do you resemble him at all.
I mean, I look exactly like him.
Yeah, but
other than that, he is you. But other than that,
yeah. Well, you don't wear girl jeans. Besides that,
that's true. I kind of do.
So instead of Pac-Man, one of your favorite games?
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
But I wanted to
But the remix.
Yeah, exactly. Because since we're talking about NES games, I want to keep that train rolling for just a little bit. And I figured there has to be a Miss Pac-Man port for the NES. Mm-hmm. There is. There is a licensed port, and then there's also an unlicensed port. And
The dark wind howl.
I know. I do hear the dark wind howling. It matches the black cartridge that you can find this game within. And that is the Tengen.
Mm-hmm. Tengen. I've heard it both ways.
I have too. I have always said Tengen.
Me too.
Always. But then when I heard the gaming historian call it Tengen, I was like, well, that's probably right. Because that guy definitely knows more about
video games. He should have hit it harder than Tengen.
Tengen. Throw a Y in there.
Tengen.
So I'm going to try to say Tengen for the rest of my life, but I goddamn guarantee you that I will slip and say Tengen at some point.
Yeah, that's fine. It works.
That's just what I always called them. I mean, I remember the first time seeing one of those black cartridges and being like, what the fuck is that?
I remember seeing an RBI baseball like that. Yep.
Which is, I love that. So I didn't know a lot about Tengen before researching for this episode. So that's a disclaimer that I'm definitely going to fuck things up. But I didn't realize that there were actually those 3 licensed Tengen games, the official ones. I had no idea.
Because I thought Tengen was just the company. They made a weird version of Tetris, and that was it.
Yeah, right. And there's a story behind that too, which I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about.
Sure.
Maybe we won't.
If you know more about it, 'cause I don't.
I don't. I mean, in the future.
Yeah.
In the future.
It works.
Yeah, when we talk about Tetris, which we totally already have.
Yep. You're right.
When we do it again. The way I figure it, like, we've been doing this for 5 years. Give it like 5 more years, and then we can just start doing the same shit over again, right?
And the same stories.
Yeah, just be
Great.
just do a gritty reboot of TADPOG. We'll start it. Yeah, that's what we'll do, man. Year 11, the first episode of year 11, we will do, what was it? Mega Man Cross Street Fighter?
Yeah,
We'll just start it all over again. And what we'll actually do is we'll study the old episodes and then try to like tell the same stories and make the same points.
An homage to our own material.
Oh man, it's just going to be so masturbatory.
Then we're both narcissists. Then we both have a disorder.
Yeah. It's true. But yeah, Tengen Miss Pac-Man.
Well, I'm your beard host, Tyler. And Dave, you had a story?
Yeah, I do. Hi, I'm Dave, and I have a story about farts in a gym.
Perfect.
So I go to, because I'm a narcissist, I'm going to brag about going to the gym 3 times a week. I go to the gym 3 times a week. Don't worry, just a little light cardio for Davey Poo on they call them the arc machine, which is kind of like, I guess, like a mix between a Stairmaster and an elliptical.
Okay.
So I am on that machine for 90 agonizing minutes a week. And last week, I was there alone. It was a Friday. It was dead. Fridays are great because it's always dead in there. Because everybody's like, fuck this shit. TGIF. I'm done.
Which is closed now.
I know, our Fridays is fucking closed. That
Overnight just vanished.
I know. Nikki told me the news, and I was like, get the fuck out. No, it's not closed. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, that bums me out more than it probably should. I know that, like, Fridays, I know a lot of people hate on Fridays. But out of all those kinds of restaurants, the Applebee's, the O'Charlie's, all that stuff, I really think Fridays is the best. So I really think
I'm with you.
I think we're
and that was sort of like
out.
the staple. I remember going there in high school for like homecoming and stuff.
Yeah, they've been there a long ass time. Well, they had been there. They're not there anymore. But anyway, Fridays at the gym usually completely dead, and this Friday was no exception. I was there on my favorite arc machine, number 4, fourth from the window, and it was just me on that row, and and 2 middle-aged women on the end. The very end, they're like 5 fucking machines down. Other than that, there's like a few people doing like weight training, doing the big boy stuff, and big girl stuff. There are some women there who would absolutely just break me over their knee. I mean, it was like, and I know, right? It's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of into that a little bit. Like,
Snoo, yeah.
Takes all kinds, right? So I just want to preface. I want to stress a little bit.
Don't start sending Dave links.
You're right. I don't want any of that. But so it's me, these 2 middle-aged women, and a few other people working out in the gym. And I'm probably about 15 minutes in, and I'm breathing heavy, right? Because I'm hit that target heart rate, and I'm right where I need to be. And so I'm breathing heavy, and I take in this fucking gasp of air, which is just the most toxic fucking gasp of air I have ever fucking breathed. Like, it brought back memories of like being on a road trip with my parents when I was 7 years old, and my dad would eat a whole bunch of collard greens at my grandmother's, and then just rip them and like refuse to roll, like make us beg him to roll down the windows. I remember at one point, tears in my eyes, begging my father to roll down the window. So I get one of those, and it's like, oh God, I know what that is. And I look around, I'm like, who was it? It wasn't me. I am positive it wasn't me. They're the only people around are these 2 middle-aged women who are next to each other on their respective arc machines, and they don't seem phased. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's like I'm looking around, like I'm looking up. I was like, is it coming out of the air vent? Like, did someone, what happened? Where
Does everyone want to go home, so they're piping it through the ventilation system?
Right. Where did this go down? So I'm like, well, I'm sure it'll go away. It's not going to be a big deal. And then I keep on going. It does not go away. It does not go away to the point where I'm like, someone is gonna hop on to the arc machine next to me, and they are gonna think that I fucking dropped this shit on the gym, and I do not want that at all. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely one of those women. It had to have been. It had to have been one of those women. And it's like, even if someone like used the machine between me and them, if they looked at me and then looked at them, they would be like, that guy definitely farted. There's no way it was either of these women in their late 40s who are not phased at all. But this man who's gasping for air and really resisting the urge to put his shirt over his nose, elementary school style, it was definitely him. So that is it. That is not much of a story.
I can piggyback on it.
Yeah?
Based on last night.
What happened last night?
Melissa and I put together a drawer
a
for
fart
Brady
mix.
Jr. Yeah, we just had a contest.
That's why the studio is here at your house. So when everybody goes to bed, you and your wife can fart into the microphone.
So, yeah, that's our fetish.
They're like whale songs.
But we put the drawers together for Brady Jr. and put it in her room. And she gets home from her boyfriend's house, and she runs back to her room. I've walked away at this point, and here's Melissa go, "Oh God!" And she just goes, "Get out of my room, then." He's like, and Melissa just walks out. She always does that. She won't do anything at her boyfriend's house, so she saves it all up. And when she gets home, she just lets loose.
Is her boyfriend like, why are you always uncomfortable?
Exactly. He'll do it in front of her, but it's not a two-way street.
Why won't you open your mouth or butt? I don't know. Let me know if I've crossed a weird line. I feel like I have.
Okay, well, let's segue that into Dave. You hear that?
I don't hear that.
Okay.
I can read an entry. Normally, this would be Dave reads some Wikipedia, but because I couldn't, I found like a sentence on the Tengen version of
This is Pac-Man, made by Tengen. There you go.
Yeah, it came out in 1990. I can tell you that, which is like just the Super Nintendo's just right around the corner. I did want to kind of like get into a little bit of the history of Miss Pac-Man. If you're ready, if you're ready for that,
give it.
All right. Okay. So there is. Have you heard of a thing called Crazy Auto?
No. Well, I saw like a YouTube video about it, but I'm not very familiar with it.
Okay, Crazy Auto is essentially a hack of Pac-Man, the arcade game. And it was done by, I think, the General Computer Corporation or General Computer Company. But it is a hack of Pac-Man. It was...
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Hackman.
Pac-Man?
Hack of Pac-Man.
Hackman.
There you go. Not worth that circle back.
No, I was just like, I don't know where Tyler's going with this one. Blank Man? You want to talk about Blank Man?
Yes.
All right, this episode, let's scrap it.
Like Pokemon Go style, we're just gonna.
Tyler and I both feel very passionately about Damon Wayans and the movie Blank Man. So we're going to talk about that for the next 3 to 4 hours.
Longer than the actual. We're going to watch it in real time and talk about it and then give.
Yeah, twice. We're actually going to watch it at half speed.
Just to soak it all in.
Yeah, with the subtitles on so that we can read the dialogue aloud. It's going to be a script reading of Blank Man with Tyler and Dave.
$2,000 Patreon goal.
$6,000. Come on. So yes, it was Miss Pac-Man. Crazy Auto came. It was a hack of Pac-Man, and that became Miss Pac-Man. So it was created, and then it was sold to Midway. Midway distributed all of Namco's arcade games at the time. And they sold it, the Crazy Auto was sold directly to Midway, the distributor, and they just started making it. And it was crazy hit. And then Namco decided that, wait, what are you doing with our intellectual property? We own that now. Thank you very much. And that kind of is the story of Miss Pac-Man. That's how Miss Pac-Man came to be. But like what I love about it is like it is straight up a ROM hack. It is Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man is Pac-Man. It's just more fun. Because
I've generally heard that.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it seriously is. And it's like, it goes even farther than that because it's like, there's mods of Miss Pac-Man. I mean, like, I prefer to play Miss Pac-Man as absolutely fast as possible. So if it's not toggled to be turbo mode, I don't want to have any. I mean, I'll play it, of course, because it's a great game, but it's like, I prefer it to be as fast as possible. Blazing fast, because I feel like Miss Pac-Man's the kind of game where it's like, if I think about what I am going to do, I fuck it up. But if I just rely on reflex, I do so much better in that game.
Ultra Instinct, yeah.
It is. You know, it totally is. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. But it's like one of those things where it's like, give me less time and let me just react to it, and I'll do so much better. What I do love that they changed about Crazy Auto. Did you see any of the gameplay of it?
A little bit.
They changed the sprites when they made it Miss Pac-Man. Thank God, because Crazy Auto is essentially Pac-Man with really long, skinny legs. And he kind of runs around, and it looks really doofy. And also the ghosts are all like beakless Furbies or something. They're not. They're certainly not ghosts. And at what point did like GCC be like, they'll never know this is a Pac-Man hack? Sure, we got power pellets.
Corridor Ball Man.
Yeah, right. I mean, honestly, they probably would. I don't know. Like, how far would they have gotten if they would have named it Powerball Hall Man?
Corners and hallways, the game.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, man. It sucks for the people who developed the game, for Namco to be like, hey, this is kind of ours. But I understand it at the same time. And at the same time, I'm really glad that it happened, because Miss Pac-Man brings so much more to the table than Pac-Man ever did. And I know you are not a Pac-Man fan, right?
I mean, it's okay. All arcade games like that, I'm just not big on. I can't play them for very long without getting bored or frustrated.
Do you think it's
just not my thing?
Do you think it's an age thing? Like, kind of how like I feel about, I'll probably get blasted for this, kind of how I feel about Pokemon, because it's like when Pokemon hit, I guess like in 96 or whatever, I was 15 years old. Like, I was a teenager, and it was like, I probably really would have enjoyed it, honestly, if I would have just given it the time of day, but I didn't. I feel like I was aged out of Pokemon. Yeah. Do you feel like maybe you were aged out of arcade games? Or
I mean, maybe, but I also like story is super important to me in a game.
You. Well, Miss Pac-Man has story, though.
It's true.
It has 3 acts. In which Miss Pac-Man meets Pac-Man, and then he chases her, and then they have a baby. But Miss Pac-Man didn't only add cutscenes. It also added a bunch of different mazes, because now I say a bunch, but there's 4. There's 4 mazes.
Yeah, damn.
As opposed to the 1 maze in Pac-Man. And it's kind of rough, because it's like I want to give Pac-Man shit, because all the ghosts in Pac-Man have a pattern that they follow.
Yeah, they're pre-programmed.
They're pre-programmed, right? You can memorize those patterns, and if you memorize those patterns, which I'm not saying that's a small feat, because I sure as fuck have not done it, but if you memorize it, I mean, it kind of makes the game less of a game and more of like a marathon, right?
And there are safe zones, right, where Pac-Man can just sit and be forever untouched.
I know there is at least one safe zone. There's a blind spot where essentially you can park Pac-Man if you need to make water. You can take a break. You can park Pac-Man there where a ghost never travels, and then you can take a break and for for as long as you want.
Yeah,
because there's no time limit or anything like that. So they added that in Miss Pac-Man. They didn't just add a bow. That's not the only difference.
An eyeball.
They also added eyelashes, a lipstick, and a mole, or a beauty mark, if you will.
Cindy Crawford, that influence.
That's right. When did Cindy Crawford reach her height? Do you know?
I feel like it was in the
Was it in the 80s?
early 90s,
Yeah.
late 80s.
They must have been
late 80s.
the late 80s.
The ladies.
That sounds like an award for like best alien in a motion picture of 2017. The alien goes to. I don't know. What was the best alien in 2017? Probably something from a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum. Damn, that was earlier this year. Fuck.
Shit.
But he's
okay.
definitely going to win for 2018.
Yep.
Best alien. Jeff Goldblum. I'm pulling for it. No, it's actually revealed that he is an extraterrestrial
That's
himself.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
I love that man so much. I mean, I say that not knowing anything about him personally. I love his work.
You love his work.
How about that?
Yeah.
Because the moment I say I love that
he'll
man,
Cosby.
Yeah,
He'll pull
exactly.
Cosby.
We're gonna have a Cosby situation on our hands where it's like, man, I'm gonna have to go back and like.
You still love his work.
I know. It's like I'm gonna have to think about like all the wonderful things I've said about Jeff Goldblum in the past.
Well, that's like, what was it?
Don't do that.
Seinfeld on Colbert. Like, say
yeah.
that like, no, I still love Cosby. I can separate the
Oh no, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, because Colbert was interviewing him. I'm pretty sure it was Colbert. It's like, so what do you think about Cosby? He's like, oh, I can separate it. He's still a good comedian, blah, blah, blah. And Stephen Colbert was just like, really? Because I cannot do that. And Seinfeld was like, no, yeah, no big deal. Like, his work still stands. I mean, just for like two different things. Cut to commercial. He comes back. I changed my mind. I can't separate it.
I love to think that like Larry David called him or something, you know, like not like his manager or anything, just like a friend. Up here.
Jerry, no.
But there was a documentary. What was the documentary that featured like him and like an upstart comedian? It might have been called like The Comedian or something like that. It was a God, I wish I could remember the name of the film. But essentially, like at the end of it, like Jerry talks about like how Cosby was like the best comic. So it's like, and this was, of course, before the news broke about Cosby, but it's like one of those things where it's like, I know how much like he really admired his work.
Yeah.
So like I can see him saying that he could separate it because it's like, I mean, if you build your like, I don't know, man, if you like build your career kind of like around somebody's work and then they do something absolutely monstrous.
It's like athletes. You could, if you're good enough at what your job is, a lot of people just forget about it.
Yeah. Well, and
hasn't happened so much with Cosby.
No.
So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I read that his daughter like died just recently.
Oh.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know how she was, but
Let's hope she was
I
better.
don't even ran to the family.
Let's hope she didn't deserve it.
That's in poor taste. You're welcome.
Hey, are you new from Louisville Arcade Expo? Welcome to
That's the
TADPOG.
kind of shit that we do here. Also, I'm excited to be at Louisville Arcade Expo this week. I am just honestly ready to like. I'm leaving the day this publishes. I'm leaving the next morning, and I cannot leave work fucking fast. And like, I can't get through work tomorrow fast enough.
I know. I took off Thursday and Friday. Melissa and I are so fucking ready to go.
Yep, me too. Okay, so they Cindy Crawford her up, or like, did Marilyn Monroe have like a beauty mark or something?
Oh, yeah, I feel like she did.
I don't know. Someone had a beauty mark at some point in history, and somebody thought that it was sexy as shit. And
Right here, sexy.
right there.
Like a good job.
I
Like,
know.
oh,
Nah,
disgusting.
not so much. Yeah, it's like kind of like a beauty mark.
Oh, or an inch lower in your Kakashi and you wear a mask forever. So,
Is that why he wears the mask?
Yes.
Really? Is it really? I didn't know that. I feel like a beauty mark on a cheek is kind of like a nipple placement on a boob. There's a perfect spot.
There's a perfect
There's a
spot.
sweet spot.
you go a little bit
And
over.
then if it strays, all of a sudden, I don't know, you get into some weird territory.
So cockeyed, yeah.
The cockeyed I don't mind so much, but I don't know.
It's the googly eyes.
I mean, those are okay. It turns out I'm okay with
It's
pretty much
the
a lot.
missing one eye.
Right? That was a bad one. Yeah, I don't like that
It's
one.
the inverted eyeball.
It's the Tara Reid, essentially. I just want to get our Tara Reid
the pepperoni
SEO.
eyeballs.
Yes.
It's the eyeballs with scars all the way around.
Oh no. Oh man. The scar tissue just adds a nice little. It just makes that nipple pop.
Yeah, it makes it look like Slenderman.
The game Miss Pac-Man also adds some nice quality of life improvements. The maze walls are no longer outlined. They're easier to see because they're solid. So I think that's nice. We talked about the improved ghost AI, of course. This one isn't going to seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal. The fruits in Miss Pac-Man that you collect for bonus points. I feel like I need to totally explain Pac-Man for everybody.
Please.
In Pac-Man, they spawn in the center of the map. In Miss Pac, and they stay there, and then they disappear after a certain amount of time. In Miss Pac-Man, they appear in one of the warp tunnels on the side, and they kind of bounce. They kind of act like a creature. They kind of act like a living fruit monster.
Yeah, fruit monster.
Yeah. That's like the new cookie
It's like
monster,
a 90s
right?
candy, fruit monster.
Fruit monster, it is like a 90s candy. Man, I just cracked open a pack of Dunkaroos. I got my fruit monsters. I got my Surge. It's going to be a good
My fingers smell like pussy. It's 1995.
It's a Thursday. But I think that's nice because it kind of adds this dynamic element. You have to chase this fucking fruit down. It's essentially still on a timer. It's just a matter of time it takes.
Or your fingers smell like ass. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. That was bugging me. I was like, what's my equivalent? My fingers smell like ass. It's whatever. It's whatever.
Care to explain?
It's just wherever you want to put your fingers. It's fine.
Wait, okay.
Yeah. Wherever whatever state you're proud of to be on your fingers where you put them. That's fine. Welcome to the 90s.
Welcome to TADPOG. This is our podcast. Hey, did you pick up one of our
Finger
stickers?
smells. What do you like? The top 5 answers will make our next stickers smell like that when you scratch them.
Oh my God, you just made me think this would be a great episode of Family Feud. Top 5 answers for finger smells on the board.
What do your fingers smell like? Give me porcupines. Good answer.
Good answer. What I really want to see in that Family Feud segment is the family of 5 who gets the chance to steal it, and they're all scrambling, shouting answers at the dad at the forefront, like, but basketballs.
You ever play basketball? Yeah, basketballs. All right. Show me basketballs.
That's on there because every time I handle a basketball, I swear to God, 20 minutes later, I'm like,
rubber.
Man, my fucking hand smells like a basketball. It lingers more than any kind of, well, maybe not any kind of body smell.
Any kind of body smell.
Basketball's a body part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played, I saw a tagline for the next Barkley Shut Up and Jam guiding the tales of Hoops Barkley.
Is there another one coming out?
I saw somebody talk about it on Reddit. It was something like Tir Nanog, which is the Celtic pantheon heaven.
Oh, what? I was going to say something like Kylie Minogue or something.
I guess the Irish pantheon is the Tuatha and they live in Tir Nanog. And I saw
That's the subtitle?
The headline was
oh, God.
Barkley Shut Up and Jam Guide and Tir Nanog Warriors something.
My fuck.
Chapter 2 of Hoops Barkley.
Oh, God. Where did you see this?
On a big comment thread in Reddit.
Oh, God. I need to.
And somebody said, oh, my God, it's real. So I just haven't actually looked it up yet.
Oh, man. They better not be trolling us.
I hope not.
Like Cario.
God, I forgot about Cario.
I was thinking about it earlier today because I did so much research on Tengen. And I was like, man, I haven't done this much research since we mistakenly read that Cario was an actual character in Mario Brothers. Thanks, Wikipedia. And that is exactly why, A, we're not journalists, and B, journalists should not use Wikipedia as a main source.
It's as if my high school or my college professors were right.
We get a pass because we're just body smell people. That's it.
We're basketball sniffers.
Exactly. We're not journalists. Also, in Miss Pac-Man, the orange ghost is no longer
Clyde.
No longer Clyde.
Oh, damn.
Now, the orange ghost is Sue.
Okay, good. Gender equality. All right.
You got Miss Pac-Man and you got Sue.
All right.
I want to throw this out there. I feel like when they took Crazy Otto and turned it into Miss Pac-Man, they fucked up real bad because in Crazy Otto, the orange Furby was named, you want to take a guess?
Otto.
No.
He's the one with no predictable pattern, so he's Crazy Otto. Isn't it for that one ghost with no pattern?
No, that's Wacky Otto. You're getting that's his brother, Wacky Otto. We don't talk about him. He's been in jail for as long as I've known him. No, in Crazy Otto, it was Bonnie. Bonnie and Clyde. Why did they fucking do? Why did they not stick with that?
You're right. God. Yep.
I don't know. Sue, I guess, is fine.
What is the girl's name? Sue.
Sue?
That's also a boy's name. Haven't you heard that song?
Right, exactly. Speaking, I'm so glad you said that because Miss Pac-Man, the name of the game, changed like 3 times 72 hours before they produced the game. It started out like, oh God, I don't even remember the trail, but like they went through like every iteration where it's like Miss Pac-Man spelled out, and they're like, Mrs. Pac-Man because Pac-Man's wife, right? And they're like, no, that doesn't work because it doesn't sound good. Mrs. Pac-Man doesn't roll off the tongue. And then they landed on Miss Pac-Man. I wish they would have just gone completely in another direction where it's like the 4th one was like, I don't know, man, basketball smells. Lady.
Basketball gobbler.
Lady ghost in hallway person. Can't say, man.
Governess Pac Woman.
Governess Pac Woman. Lady hallway man. I don't think, did it matter what, in the early 80s, did it matter what you called a game? It doesn't seem like it really does. Because, like, I feel like now it's a huge deal because it's like there's so many genres of video games.
Well, what did they name Galaga? They added the weird suffix onto Galaga for the NES. Like,
I don't know.
Galaga, Demon.
Demons of Death, yeah. I believe it was. God, I can't remember if it's Demons of Death or Demons of Doom. Yeah, so apparently I guess it did matter a lot. I don't know. Only other thing they changed, they enhanced the sound and the music. So that's it. I feel like all of these are like nice improvements that needed to happen to Pac-Man. I'm fine with Pac-Man. It's a fine game. I like Pac-Man a lot, but it's like, dude, Miss Pac-Man is like so fucking superior to Pac-Man in every conceivable way.
What's the difference between like Pac-Man Jr. or Baby Pac-Man? There's another one, right?
I have a confession to make. I have never played Pac-Man Jr. Like my Pac-Man journey.
Let's do it then.
Ends, yeah, right. You want to do a Pac series?
We should.
Yeah, I think we should.
And there's that weird Pac-Man like RPG for Super Nintendo.
I know. There's dude. Are you sure you want to crack open this fucking coffin?
We can think about it though.
Yeah. You want to dream big.
We'll figure it out off the mic and not make a huge commitment just on spur of the moment.
Dude, there are so many. I haven't played them, but I've heard about them. So many horrible Pac-Man games. Just horrible. I think there's a fucking racing game. I think there's a Pac-Man racing
There's got to be a kart racer, yeah.
There's a Garfield kart racer. Why isn't there a Pac-Man
I tried
kart
buying
racer?
that. I tried buying that when I saw it come on.
You tried buying and what happened?
It came up on game deals for like 70 cents.
Oh, damn it.
And like, it ended up, like, flagged my credit card and like I had to call the company and they're, did you try to spend 70 cents in like some Eastern European country? And I was like, never mind, just cancel.
Was your VPN on or something?
I was on my phone at work.
Where'd you get your internet?
I was thinking of shit, and they're just like, "Oh, hey, Garfield Kart Racer for 70 cents."
I like to think that someone called you and they were like, "Sir,
Garfield Kart Racer 70 cents."
A guy like pops out of the tank of the toilet, but like the lid just lifts up like Ninja Turtles style, like Michelangelo like lifting up the manhole cover. Hey. You can get Garfield Kart right now for 70 cents.
Here, just give me 2 quarters.
Right.
Give me 2 quarters and 2 dimes.
Wise man says forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for Garfield Kart. That's our next shirt. That is our fucking next TADPOG shirt. It is just going to be a black fucking shirt with white letters and it just says that. Our logo's not on it. We're not mentioned anywhere on it. It's just it. And this is the shirt that like I think we could really make it big. We could really make it big.
Can't wait for the bootlegs of that shirt.
Yeah, I know, right? Hi, are you a model, and would you like to model these shirts for us? If so, let us know. You have to be a huge fan of Garfield, though. That's the in fact, if you're a model who has a Garfield sleeve, hit us up.
Let us know.
Please hit us up. Or if you know somebody who does have a Garfield sleeve and they would like to model this shirt, please let us know. We're on Twitter at TADPOG_podcast. We follow
Resumes, please.
Yeah, right. We are now accepting applicants for our Garfield Cart T-shirt. That is a real tweet that is happening tonight until I forget. Immediately after we're done recording.
I'll write it down.
Oh, excellent.
Garfield shirt model. There we go.
So, with all of that Miss Pac-Man arcade stuff kind of talked about, now we all know. We're all enlightened. We know what Miss Pac-Man is finally. It took us years to figure it out. What happened is this company called Tengen made a Miss Pac-Man game. And I wanted to play it because A, I'd never played it, and B, I heard it had a co-op mode. And I'm a huge fan of, I lied earlier when I said my Pac-Man career ended with Miss Pac-Man. The championship edition of Pac-Man.
I do own that and like that.
Really good. Very, very, very good games. And it's one of those things where it's like, when I heard that there was a co-op version of Miss Pac-Man for the NES, I was reminded of Championship Edition. I was like, I certainly want to play this game. And I also kind of was curious because of all of the mystery that surrounded Tengen for me as a kid, because I never knew what the deal was. Never knew what their deal was. Why they could produce these cartridges that looked nothing like an official Nintendo cartridge and get away with it. And the answer to how they did it was they broke the law.
Yep.
It turns out.
You're damn right. Flagrantly, hoping no one would notice.
Exactly. Because Nintendo, I didn't know. I learned a lot. I learned a lot preparing for this episode. Nintendo had a chip on their NES cartridges called I believe it was the 10 NES or CIC. And the way it worked is there was one of these chips also inside the console. And so when you put a cartridge that had the chip in, it talked to the chip that was inside the console. If there wasn't a chip or it was the wrong chip, shit did not work. The NES would just be on I believe a continuous reboot. So what that did was it allowed Nintendo to say, if you want to make games for our very successful console, you have to buy our cartridges.
And they had super rigid rules.
Very rigid rules.
That led to people have to exploit legal systems in order to make more games for them.
Right, like create subsidiaries. Like Konami famously created Ultra, which they used to publish games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I remember being confused by that as a kid because I was like, I've never heard of Ultra before. But at some point in time, those wires got crossed and I don't know, maybe I saw Konami in the credits or something of one of those games and kind of figured out, I guess these are the same people or whatever.
Yeah.
But they made these subsidiaries because I said that word wrong a whole bunch of times. But whatever.
Subsidiaries.
Subsidiaries.
Submarines.
It's a subdiary. They made the subdiary so that they could produce more than the 5 allotted games that Nintendo would allow a publisher to make within a year.
And that's what gave us LJN.
That is what gave us LJN. Very nice. Yes.
Fuck you for that, Nintendo.
Hey, man, look, it has been said, I've been told that I like bad games, and I will accept that because there are some LJN games that I really adore. Jaws, I think Jaws is such a fucking good game. Jaws is such a fucking good game. It is one of my favorite games for the NES, and it is one of those where it's the other day I was like, man, I like Jaws a lot. I could beat it pretty fast. Let me just see if maybe I could set a world record or something. So I'm speedrun.com. The world record on Jaws is under 3 minutes, I believe. And it's when I was well, maybe that didn't still, I'm maybe I could still do that.
Maybe I could. I take it back. Maybe you are a narcissist.
Clearly.
I bet I can set a world record. 3 minutes. I bet I can be.
Yeah, I can be Jaws. I can be Jaws under 3 minutes.
I've seen you do that once though. Whenever I was reading a Game Informer, and I was reading Sean Baby was talking about some post he saw where some dude was talking about how big his dick was and how fast he could beat Mario 2.
Yeah.
And we were reading that, and you were like,
Fuck it.
I could beat that.
Fuck it. Let's load it up right now.
You went down there. You did it.
I did it. I didn't do it on the first try, but I mean, it was still like one of those where it's like, but see, like that's how like. Do you remember when that happened? We were in like Josh's apartment, Josh of Uniracers fame. We were in college, and it was like one of those where it was like when we were in college, it was like the fledgling baby steps kind of like the internet as we know it now. You know, it wasn't like the 90s internet, but it was also like, hey man, did you hear about this thing called Facebook? It was like that period of
You put it in your college email.
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh, I have to have a college email? Yes, you do.
It shows you where all your other college friends where they go to college.
Yeah, right, exactly.
How many friends do you have in Mount Holyoke?
So it was like that stage of the internet where I feel like people weren't really keeping track of this shit, right? And if they were keeping track of it like Twin Galaxies keeps track of it. You know, like a guy had a binder with the fucking scores in it or something. So it's like when this guy was bragging about I believe it was like something not very fast. It was like 24 minutes, I think. And it's like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, we can do that. And then when I did it, I was like, probably the fastest in the world.
Yep, there we go, right there.
Nailed it. And like now when I think about it, years, over a decade and a half later, I'm like, you know, Sean Baby was probably just being fucking sarcastic about that.
Well, I'll never forget like where you and Brennan lived together, where he had that hacked satellite card that got you all the porn for free.
So much porn.
Yep.
That was actually how we used to fight noisy neighbors. When Brandon and I lived together and someone would blare like music or something in one of the adjoining apartments, we would turn the porn on and just turn it all the way up because we had a nice amp and we had speakers and it was just like, you can listen to your music as loud as you want, but we are going to watch pornography as loud as we want. We will also leave the house with it this way, which we did. We were bad. We were bad renters. Yeah.
Everybody was in college.
Bad renters. And then I got the dog, Ein, the corgi, who just absolutely destroyed that apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Ate the carpet. I mean, it was just like...
I remember you had to wash his shit out with a hose.
Oh, yeah. He got really sick one time, and that was really kind of scary, but also like when it was all done and over with, it was like...
A dog eats half a Snickers bar out of a trash can all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, he just explodes. Not as bad as the time later in his dog life where he ate the box of toothpicks.
Oh, I remember.
God damn
like
it.
He was pooping the Spinies from Mario Brothers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Lakitu's just fucking tossing spiky shit balls out of his ass. So yeah, LJN, not so bad. I don't think I could beat Jaws in under 3 minutes. But I also would like to say I did play Friday the 13th for the first time not too long ago.
The NES version?
The NES version. Yes, I feel like that's important to clarify. Not the current game. That game, I was playing it on Twitch, and people in the chat really didn't like that game. But I was kind of like, I don't know.
This ain't bad, man.
This isn't too bad. It's kind of bullshit, but at the same time, I like games that are kind of bullshit. And it's like you have to like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm so weird when it comes to games like that because it's like, on one hand, it's like when I play Metroid, it's like, what do you mean I got to know that's the one block you got to destroy to get the fucking ice beam? Meanwhile, cut to Friday the 13th, and I'm like, oh, so I got to like, oh, okay. So I got to know where the counselor is when they call for help. And then, all right, I'm fine with that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with like that hidden shit, which is like, yeah, whatever. But I don't know.
LucasArts point and click games. Yeah, it's fun. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I draw the line. I draw the line at that shit, like Police Quest and all that. Like, if I get back into streaming, which I'm not completely done, but it's like it has been nice taking a break. If I get back into it, I do think it would be fun to play a lot of those adventure games that I despise. And just get help from chat. Just rely on chat. It's essentially it's like Twitch plays Pokemon, but they got to go through me. it's like Twitch. It's like
Twitch plays Dave.
Yeah, Twitch plays Police Quest via Dave. And it's like, what do you want me to type? All right. Lick policeman. Done. So I'm down for that. I'm also down to play Miss Pac-Man, the Tengen. Damn it, I fucked it up. The Tengen version on Twitch co-op because I think it was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
And very different.
Very different. So what I like about this version of Miss Pac-Man is the fact that you essentially have control over a lot of different game mechanics from a menu screen that pops up at the very beginning. And like you can change a whole bunch of different things like, is this a 1-player game? Is this a 2-player game alternating? Is it 2-player co-op or is it 2-player competitive? That is amazing. The one thing that Miss Pac-Man needs is a 2-player mode where 2 people can play at the same time. I hate alternating 2-player modes. Like that is like, I'm glad that is a thing that does not exist anymore, because nothing frustrated me more than to go over to a friend's house when I was a kid and be like, hey man, you want to play, I don't know, any game. You want to play, how about, let's play Super Mario Brothers 3. Yeah, I love Super Mario Brothers 3. All right, get ready to take turns. I know. I don't want to take turns. I
Go 3 worlds without dying. Die. You play. Just make a mistake starting off. Oh, well, all right.
Well, they own the game. They always know the tricks.
Yep.
They always know the tricks. So it's like you're always at a disadvantage. So it's like I like games where we can play together at the same time, even if it's weird, which it very much is in the Tengen version of Miss Pac-Man.
Man, there's nothing like that. That feeling of not having a Nintendo and going to someone's house that had a Nintendo and nothing else fucking mattered. Like,
oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Being rude to hanging out with that friend. No. Nothing else matters. Let's play your Nintendo. I get you own it. You're bored of it. Fuck that. I want to play your Nintendo.
Oh, right. Yeah. I have a vivid memory of sleeping over at a kid's house in elementary school specifically for the only reason was because he had an NES. I mean, I liked him okay. You know, it was, I mean, I liked him okay. But I mean, he had that NES and it's like, I remember this vividly. He's like, I'm tired. I got to go to bed. I'm like, all right.
Cool.
Yeah, right. I'll see you in the morning, I guess. But we played all the different modes. What did you think of it? What did you think of the co-op mode? Let's start with the co-op mode.
I feel like, and I won't say this often, but I feel like competitive was more fun than cooperative.
Competitive
That's about
was
the
fun.
only time I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
Because I don't like competitive stuff otherwise.
Okay, so
that was fun.
What did you like more? Because competitive and co-op, honestly, are very similar modes. The big difference in competitive mode is when one player picks up one of the power pellets, eats one of the power pellets, picks up. What the fuck is this shit? What am I, Donkey Kong? When you get to one of those power pellets and you eat it, it completely locks like the other character.
They just turn into a frowny face.
They turn into a fucking frowny face. Prices are not dropping every day. Low prices.
Because you can't pick up any of the pellets. You can't you can't pick up fruit. You can't if the ghosts are edible, you can't
eat them. Oh, they can eat you though. So it turns the game into one. We should probably mention one player plays as Miss Pac-Man and the other person plays as Pac-Man.
Yep.
That's how you differentiate who is who.
Which is a good touch.
Yeah, it is. It's nice instead of being like, am I the one with the tiny pink bow?
Are you orange
or
or
the tiny
yellow?
Orange, right? Yeah, they're like just a shade off. But it's one of those things where it's like the competitive mode is very frantic, and it is like I have never played a game of Miss Pac-Man where the goal is to eat the power pellets first to try to lock the other person out of the power pellet.
And if you touch each other, you repel off at super speed.
Ludicrous speed. It is absolutely uncontrollable, which I also think is very much a design decision, but I wish you could have toggled that on or off.
Yeah.
Like collision on or off would be nice. It would be nice to also have a mode you can play where you can pass each other instead of the Ultima Online physics where you can not you just body checked by everything.
Because there's also essentially a run button in this version.
Yeah, they call it
Pack Booster.
Pack Booster. That's right. Not to be confused with the Mega Booster, which is Mega Man's Pac-Man gun.
The only thing I didn't like that much is you have to scroll up and down in this game.
You do by default. You can also choose different maps. It's not really, you're not choosing map. You're choosing different map styles. Default is arcade, which is essentially the mazes that you would find in the arcade game. I understand why, those scroll. And I understand.
Split in two.
Yes.
And the players have to be on the same screen because if you try to separate from each other, it just stops.
It stops, right? Yeah, exactly. Which is a pain in the ass, but I get it for one player mode because it is like for me because I always get frustrated when I play Miss Pac-Man. I want it to be as close to the arcade as possible. Like that's the goal most of the time, unless it's silly, happy, fun time like when we're playing co-op. I want it to be like the arcade game. And what's nice about the arcade option is it is the maze from the arcade, but they chose instead of shrinking it down to fit the screen, it's full size and it just scrolls with the with the Miss Pac-Man. So I get it, but at the same time, it is not good for co-op or it's not good for two player at all.
I guess because you have to be into their faces the whole time. You can't just go off for separate parts of the map and collect everything. You have to be on each other.
Right, which makes you bump into each other more often.
And throw you into ghosts and throw...
Oh, yeah. There is also a mini mode, which I think is much more better. Much more betterer for co-op and competitive play, because what it does is essentially mini mode takes the arcade map and just kind of it doesn't shrink it to fit, it just removes some elements so that the whole maze can fit on the screen. That's the way to play two player. 100%, because you can see everything all at the same time. There's also crazy map mode.
Or strange.
Strange, yes, I'm sorry. There is strange. Crazy is a difficulty.
Yep.
Strange is a map mode, where strange is essentially, it uses the same map elements. It just makes them different than arcade.
Yeah.
And then I guess the only other one was, Big?
Yep.
And Big is big.
Yeah, I didn't notice a huge difference between arcade and big, but
it takes some of the other elements from the maze and adds on to like the top and bottom. Not really, I mean, nothing really great except for Mini. I think Mini is like a huge improvement for, I mean, I'm really glad that they added that for two-player mode.
Yep, and it was, I mean, we played that for a little while, played every mode, played both versions and difficulties, and it's a fun little game.
It is. I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it a lot. I could see myself playing this. I could see myself playing this with another person a lot. I can't really see myself playing this single player by myself, just because there are better versions of Miss Pac-Man that I have access to, you know. But I don't feel like I have access to any version like the two-player co-op or competitive in this cart.
No.
I think I think that is the selling feature of this game.
Absolutely.
And I recommend it. I recommend it highly. Tyler, I have a question for you. Does this game belong on the NES Classic? It is not on the NES Classic, but does this game belong on the NES Classic?
Ugh, that's hard.
If it helps with the question. I didn't mention this earlier, but Tengen is actually a division of Atari, or was actually a division of Atari Games, and then became Time Warner Interactive. I think it merged with another company. I can't remember who it was. So, I mean, I know I asked you the question if it belongs in the NES Classic. I say yes because it's a fun fucking game, and it's also not a Nintendo game, and like it like just like flies in the face. I think it would have been baller if Nintendo would have been like, hey, remember when this was a big legal battle and we won? Boom.
Let's profit off it.
Exactly.
Because from what I read, like that legal battle reshaped how exclusivity on consoles work, and because sort of Tengen sort of suckered Nintendo in and stabbed them in the back, which granted I think Nintendo had their laws and regulations were way too strict.
Yeah, they were strict. And I know the reasoning behind it was because of the video game crash in like 1983.
Yep.
And it's like the video game crash happened because all these shitty consoles came out with shitty games.
Yep.
And I think Nintendo saw that and they were like, if we're going to fucking survive this, we got to make sure we have quality games.
Yep.
So I can see it from both sides. But at the end of the day, I mean, fucking Tengen, like, illegally got access to the code that ran the DRM
They
chip
went to
in
the
NES.
patent office and they made a fraudulent case litigation against Nintendo so they could get a copy for, I guess, Discovery and then use that to reverse engineer the chip and crack the code to make these games.
There you go. They copied it and called it the Rabbit. That was their chip, the Rabbit. And everything worked out for Tengen because like years later they invented the vibrator, the Rabbit.
Yeah.
Also stolen. Also based on Nintendo's design.
And then distributed by Sex and the City when they talked about
right. Yeah, exactly. They got that Sarah. They got that. What was her name? Sarah Parker.
Jessica Parker.
I don't know why I didn't want to say Jessica.
Sarah.
Sarah Parker.
You know Sarah Parker.
Did you know that I can't say the name? So I avoided at all costs. So I'm sorry. That was a long tangent in the middle of the question I asked you. Do you think this game belongs on the NES Classic?
I mean, I think this mode is fun, but Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man's on it. So
Pac-Man is on the NES Classic.
But would I say this version should be on there instead of Pac-Man? No.
Oh man, I wish it was.
But
though.
Should I say it should be in there in addition to Pac-Man? No. We don't need two Pac-Mans on there, so I'll say no. Just sort of by. It's a good game and it's interesting, but I don't know. I don't think it should be on there over Pac-Man. Because that's the original the Nintendo.
Okay.
But
so
we don't want to.
It's on that merit. It's on the merit that like this was the original Pac-Man for the original on the license.
If there's the NES Classic 2, throw it on
Electric
there.
Boogaloo.
Yeah.
The NES Classic 2. Dude, come on, man. The Tengen Classic. Come on, man. How great would that be?
It's 4 games.
I think they did like 30 games or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's just talking on my ass. I know they did a whole bunch, and then it's like the 3 games that Tengen licensed through Nintendo. I know they reproduced those with the black carts as well, because that was like what Gauntlet,
RBI Baseball, and Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was Pac-Man. Yeah, sure was. I have played. I think I've only played RBI Baseball and Tengen Atari, and now Tengen Miss Pac-Man. Dude, I kind of avoided these. I avoided the black cartridges like the plague because I just assumed they were bad.
Yeah.
I really did.
The evil ones.
Yeah, well, they were morally corrupt.
They're black. No, they're clearly corrupted regular Nintendo cartridges.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They don't look like...
Never-ending story style. They made too many wishes and all the memories are gone.
So, all right. Okay, well, I think it belongs on the NES Classic, mainly just to be a dick. And you do not, and I think that you're probably right. But I am going to die on this hill. I just want to see a goddamn Tengen game on the NES Classic. So fucking bad. Tyler, do you have any achievements for this game?
I could think some up.
Yeah, I have 2 prepared if you would like. First achievement is called Secret Invasion. And in order to unlock Secret Invasion, you need to play in co-op mode and scroll at least once. Do you know why? Because we live kind of in the South.
Yeah.
The north part of the South.
Yep.
And
you're right.
every time I say or hear somebody say scroll from Marvel Comics, it sounds like they're saying scroll. Even when I do it. Super Scroll. Exactly. Seriously. It's like I have to like consciously think to myself, do a U and not an O. Do a U and not an O when you say this word. Super Scroll. Fuck, god damn it.
As someone who enjoys comic books and D&D, there's a difference between scroll and scroll.
Man, I didn't even go to D&D. Shame on me. Holy God. I went like the deep dive fucking Marvel shit. But Secret Invasion is a storyline, which I think was really fun, where it's revealed that long ago, Skrulls invaded the world and shape-shifted and took the place of several Marvel superheroes. And that's how you unlock it. Is you just fucking scroll. But it has to be in 2-player mode so that while you're playing with the other person, you're like, is that really Miss Pac-Man? Or is that a sleeper agent?
Let's see. I guess mine would have to be deflectors activate. And that is when you ricochet one player ricochets the other player into a ghost and kills them.
So I don't understand the title. Deflectors activate? Is that a reference?
Probably.
Or you're just deflecting? Oh, I gotcha.
I'm just assuming it's something in like some kind of science fiction
I'm
thing.
sure it is. Deflectors activate.
Deflectors activate. It's got to be.
All right. So here's the deal. After we make our Garfield t-shirts, we definitely start a YouTube channel where this is great. This is going to be awesome. It's you and me and then a green screen behind us. And the green screen behind us just looks like a generic space ship. And it's you and me, and we say things that we think should have. It sounds like something that would have been said on a show like that, like deflectors activate, and then I say something like "aye aye," and then I hit the button, and then the deflectors activate, and then the episode ends.
Well, it's a shirt, black, white text. Deflectors activate from Space Battles.
From Space Battles. That's the name of the channel. I'm going to check and see if it's taken real quick. I have a second achievement called that I also just came up with. So it's definitely going to be choice. This is 100% going to be a great one. It's called Booster Gold. In order to unlock Booster Gold, keeping that comic book theme, I showed Marvel some love. I got to show DC some love, even though they don't deserve it as much. Just going to throw that out there. Booster Gold, in order to unlock Booster Gold, you got to play the game with Pack Booster on. And you have to play it.
There you go.
Here, how about this? Oh, this is great. Speaking of narcissist, Booster Gold, this all ties in. Look at this. I can bullshit my way into like tie pretty bows on everything. Booster Gold, you got to play with the Pack Booster on the hardest difficulty.
Okay.
On crazy difficulty.
Yeah.
Crazy difficulty I prefer because, as far as I can tell, all that it really did was affect the speed.
Yeah, just super fast.
Of your character. Not necessarily the ghosts, but your character. So I kind of feel like crazy is actually, for me, easier because it's like I'm way faster than these fucking ghosts. So I don't see why it's so difficult.
Then my last one would be Fruit Monster. That's when you eat one of every type of fruit on the course of the game.
Oh, that's good. I like it. What happens if you eat the pretzel? Yes, and?
Because I was about to make some sort of a Jewish joke. I'm not.
Glad you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Wait, why would you make a Jewish? Oh, because pretzels are like a German thing?
I believe they are German. You're right.
Yeah.
Bagels are what I'm thinking of.
Pretzel bagels. Because like when you said you were going that way, I was like, are you like a World War II joke or something? I have had a pretzel in Germany. Doesn't count because it was in the airport at Frankfurt. It was such a last minute thought. I was like, oh God, I'm leaving Germany. Pretzel.
Your finest pretzel vendor in the airport, please.
It's essentially, it's on the fucking, like, you know, when you go to the gas station and they've got the spinning racks with like hot dogs and pretzels in the same machine. Like one of those, please.
Give me some hard meat bread. Thank you.
God, I love pretzels, dude. Like the legit, like
the big soft pretzels. Yeah.
Man. I'm coming around in my old age. I'm coming around to the hard, crunchy pretzels.
Little hard pretzels.
With some mustard? Hell yeah, dude. I'm on. All about it. I owe my parents an apology because I remember when they were my age and they were eating pretzels and I was like, y'all are fucking weird. These taste horrible.
Yeah, why are you not eating nerds? You guys suck.
Let me tell you about nerds. Did you know that there are giant nerds now? Did you know that? Breaking news, there are giant nerds now. They are
like
delicious. Oh, they're big.
Like apples?
No, that would be great. That'd be great though. I'd love to have like a nerd fight with like baseball-sized nerds.
Like the scene in It where they have the rock fight.
Right.
We're just throwing.
But please, if much like in the movie It, when they have the rock fight, when we start throwing baseball-sized nerds at each other, if we can just have like some butt rock guitar playing in the background.
Very 90s, our mouths open up, distend, and we chomp onto the nerds as they're thrown.
Totally.
And we get like sunglasses whenever we do it.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And then we start our own space show. But they do. They have giant nerds. I know you're signaling me to ask you what beer you're going to
I thought you were done. It's fine.
But I do want to clarify for anybody listening who is curious, those are a real thing, and they are fucking amazing.
Okay.
I think Nikki has decided that she is tired of me being skinny because like she has like tapped it. She has fucking reverse engineered me. Like she filed a false copyright claim, looked at the blueprints of like my taste buds. She's like, all right, I know how to make this guy fat. I'm going to come home with Starburst jelly beans. Yes. God damn it. Jelly beans are great, but Starburst jelly beans, that's the fucking best. Like, that is the best.
Good.
Giant nerds, which are essentially, they're like the inside of jelly beans, but they're coated with tiny nerds. And it is just like, they're super crunchy on the outside, but like soft and chewy on the inside. It is just like, oh man, this is like the best of both worlds. And then the other day she came home with sour gummy sweet tarts. And it's like, sweetheart, I love you, but like,
Give my insulin shot.
Yes, exactly. The Starburst jelly beans are piling up because like she keeps buying them. She knows I want to eat them, and I feel like she knows there's going to reach critical mass where it's just like, well, there are 18 bags of Starburst jelly beans.
And I don't want to go to Wendy's.
Right.
So.
And I do have my full allotment of calories for the day. So let's go ahead and blow that all at 9
Let's go
in the
ahead
morning.
and count out 400 jelly beans.
Yeah, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
Thank you for indulging me. Let me
You're
talk
welcome.
about candy.
You're welcome.
Can we start a candy podcast?
Uh-huh. Yep. Space and candy.
Space and yeah, Garfield. All three.
We'll call it
things.
Marcy's Playground. It's going to be...
Oh, it's a sex positive show, isn't it? Of course it is.
Yeah.
We need to have a third host, and her name is Candy.
Perfect.
How good would that be?
Yeah.
I know a couple. I'll call.
I know one.
I know two. I literally know a couple. One of which Nikki works with, and I grilled her.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to know her, too.
Oh, okay, we'll do two candies.
Well,
all
I
right.
thought to bring her on.
When Nikki told me she worked with a woman named Candy, I got excited because I'm like, in a weird way, I was like, oh, I worked with a woman named Candy. I wonder if it's the same Candy.
I heard every state can only have one.
Right? Governor Bevin has a strict law where only one candy per state.
And she has to be a Christian. That's just the way it is.
No.
That's the way Matt Bevin rolls.
Yeah. All right, Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun today. But I do have some important questions for you. The first of which is, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give this the very light, very trim beard of Matt Terhune.
Matt Terhune.
Matt Terhune.
I'm going to guess from your pronunciation that you barely know who this person is.
Yes.
Okay, who is he? Because I don't know who he is at all. Matt Terhune?
Terhune.
Terhune.
Terhune. Terhune.
If he's listening, we're very sorry.
If he is, we're fortunate because he is Bailey J's husband.
Oh, so we would be fortunate because...
Because then Bailey J would listen to us.
Oh, okay. I got shit. Sorry, Matt. All right, awesome. Tyler. Wait, what?
It will make more sense when you ask me who the glasses
okay,
are.
great. Yeah, I was about to ask you, and I was like, wait, why? Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would it be?
I would give it the nerdy cosplay black rim cum-covered glasses of one Bailey J.
All right, awesome.
Because Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, it's more of a what determines the Mr. and Mrs. They have all the same parts. Their gender identity is just what they want to be.
I got
Or
you.
who they feel they are. So bow, no bow, boom, there you go.
What if-
Plus Bailey J's iconic thing is always wearing a big bow. So
Yeah. Well, see, I was kind of hoping that your glasses were going to be a pair of glasses precariously set on top of the base of a penis to make it look like a nose.
some gonzo glasses.
Gonzo glasses? Yeah, really. I know what I'm doing when I get home. I do have several old pairs of glasses where the prescriptions are shot. I'm just going to break the arms off, and I'm going to get out of the shower. And I'm gonna ask Nikki for a kiss.
I'm gonna see how many pairs of glasses, how many glasses long is your penis? How many glasses can you stack on a full erection?
No, I don't feel like getting depressed. I also feel like, hi, if you're a new listener, the reason we rate games that way is because Tyler has a beard and I have glasses.
Yeah.
We just take that for granted at this point.
Yep, it's true.
We really do. Like we used to say, "I'm your bearded host, Tyler."
Well, we did say that.
Well, you did a good job. I did a bad job. I don't think I said I'm your bespectacled host. Dave.
I don't remember.
I have glasses. Asterisk. I have glasses on my dick.
Boom.
There you go, Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to buy this game, Miss Pac-Man by Tengen, presented by Tengen, used, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
I think this is probably pretty pricey,
I think it's pretty pricey.
but not crazy.
Okay. Not crazy auto,
Yeah, not crazy.
just wacky auto.
$50.
Tyler, actual average value of Tengen Presents Miss Pac-Man for the NES used on price charting at the time of this recording is $17.31.
Man,
How about that?
Way cheaper than I thought. Okay, that's
Worth-
not bad.
worth
Yeah,
it, you think?
Yeah, that's worth
Yes?
it. Yeah, that's worth it.
Wow, I'm surprised
Yeah,
that you
that's
say
worth
it's
it to check out with somebody. Yeah.
All right. Okay. There is a listing for new. Would you like to take a stab at what that might be?
$350.
$350?
Yeah.
$35.23. You might as well get the
Damn,
new, right?
yeah,
You might as well get the
yeah.
new.
Oh, I guess instead of new, I was thinking complete in box.
Want to take a guess on how much complete in box is?
$350.
$32.60.
No.
Less
What
than the
the
new
fuck?
copy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I feel like there's probably some...
There's some shenanigans going on.
Yeah, there's some fixing going on there.
I don't know where are we at because I forgot to start my timer.
We're at about a little over an hour.
Okay.
Do you want to take some calls?
Let's take some calls.
Let's take some calls. All right. Here is our first call. This is from 520.
Hey, TADPOG. It's Kemi, kind of Paul, Shag Ziggy Moon, TADPOG, Santa, et cetera, et cetera. You know what? This is for Adam, because, I'm sure his package is a lot bigger than mine, but I do appreciate the sentiment, Adam. You're really cool.
Put glasses on it. I swear, it makes it look smaller. I'm sorry. Don't put glasses on it. Adam, put glasses on it.
Put like Benjamin Franklin glasses on it. Don't put like big ass sunglasses
the
on
little wire frame.
Yeah,
that's nice. Yeah. Avoid what do you call in anime they wear those like triangular, like very exaggerated shades. You know, they're essentially like black V's that they wear on their face.
Cool shades.
The only reason I'm asking, well, they'd be radical if anything.
Yeah,
or
you're right.
Or just rad.
Rad shades.
But radical would be the correct term to use because, like, god damn, those things are fucking radical. I'm asking because I want to know what to type into Amazon to find them because I would like to own a pair of sunglasses like that. Just saying, if you coming up with birthday ideas.
Okay, you're
just
right.
saying.
All right.
Like, I really made my day when I was listening to the alcohol. So, but I'm going to have to decline the title of the package because we have Master Mold.
Master Mold.
And that name fits a lot better for him than it would for me.
I'm going to pause because I do not know what Akemi is talking about.
No idea.
Do you know?
None whatsoever. I guess Adam said because of all the gifts she buys, we should call her the package.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to assume.
Okay.
But then it's like now the package is Master Mold because of his giant penis that we've seen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do feel like it is fair to say that this call is from May of 2017. So it's like we don't remember what all this stuff is about.
Nope.
That is like how many months? That is almost a year ago.
That's many.
Many months.
Many of them.
Many months.
So, yeah, there you go, guys. Shit, I got a question here.
Awesome.
So,
if one of you was a narcissist, which one would it be?
what's the, weirdest thing you guys have ever gotten in the mail, either with the show or without the show?
That'd be that one thing. That one thing you sent us that I didn't talk about on the show. Yeah, that weird thing you sent us, I didn't know how to make it funny, so I sent you a message and said, I'm not going to talk about this. That's it. That's the weirdest thing.
And we share a P.O. box, so I mean that also
Yep.
counts for me.
One of the weirdest things that somebody ever sent me was when I was a kid. You can.
I was sent a baby in the mail.
We found out that as long as you can pretty much mail anything.
Oh yeah.
So we mailed my friend a shoe. I got a shoe once from my friend where he just wrote my name and address on it and went down and put stamps all over it and mailed me a shoe. So yeah, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever received in the mail?
You can mail a beer that way. You just ask Paul Kluel.
Ask Paul.
Ruby Bear and Paul Kluel of the Loaded Cart
You said
Podcast.
that to the internet.
Man, I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I gotta plug that episode of Loaded Cart that we're on.
I will have a link in the show notes to the episode of Loaded Cart Podcast that we were on, and then
Where Paul shames himself forever.
and come on, I helped. Shake it, bake, and I helped. Sorry,
And I
Paul.
bailed in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, you did. You got really sleepy at the end.
Oh,
there.
I was drinking and had like a Lunesta, and it was just like, game over, man.
Oh, yes, you.
I'm going to eat this pizza and go to bed.
You noped out at the. I mean, it was just like I don't know what to do. Tyler has never just left.
I got to get up in like 4 hours.
So there will be a link in the show notes to that episode of Loaded Cart Podcast. It was a lot of fun to record.
Either for the show or throughout the show. Probably not as weird as someone just sending you a shoe.
I bet it is.
But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm kind of like really tired from Memorial Day weekend from all the running around I did. So I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, Kimmy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
Whoa.
I think I love you guys more than Adam still, but we don't know. Not like it's a contest. It doesn't matter because everyone loves Tyler and Dave.
Kana is
Tyler
going to
and Dave
TADPOG
are
prom,
like
though.
main guys.
That is true.
Adam's not.
I don't think Adam. Last I checked, Adam is not coming to the Louisville Arcade Expo
And like, yeah, Kana is flying across the country. So
for the second time,
Yep.
second year in a
Yep.
row.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I have no idea if Adam still listens. I assume that he does not listen anymore.
Yep.
But if you do, Adam, come on,
if you do,
dude.
Adam, where the fuck are you?
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's have fun at Louisville Arcade Expo. That call continues. Let's see what happens for the next 14 seconds.
So there is, we all want some, but there's not enough for mango to go around. Because soon we will want more and more, and there will be no mango left for mango. So anyway, I'm being really goofball.
Oh, what?
Are you talking about Mako sharks and like?
I thought you said mango, like the SNL character.
Mango.
There's not enough mango to go. Or did it say or manga? I don't know.
Maybe it was mango because there was never enough mango to go around.
Yeah.
And mango loved.
Do you tell an
people.
earthquake to stand still? No, such as mango.
All right. Thank you for calling, Kimmy. Next caller from 757. I believe this is Adam.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
think that it is.
I hope so.
If it's not, Google Translate has totally led me astray.
What's up, TADPOG? It's your beloved Adam.
What's up, Adam?
It's June. I haven't called in a while because as soon as I start donating,
I do not listen to
TADPOG,
your fucking show anymore.
you guys decided to get a call screener who picks out all the funny calls and leaves all the other calls away, and it hurts my soul when I know I made a call and it didn't get played. But, I'm one of the only people that really, really loves the calls, so it's not a big deal. I'm not hurt by it.
Tyler also really, really loves the calls, and we don't pay for that very expensive screening anymore. So
yeah, we haven't. We
so,
couldn't afford it.
I mean, there you go.
Adam, you've never gotten screened. Go ahead.
Still give money, and I still listen, and I still love you guys. But now you're doing Patreon episodes of all calls, so I'm back, and I'm excited, and I'm going to keep calling again. And I do wish that you could play the call that happened after I played Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time, because I called immediately back. So I don't know how come the screener didn't get you that one, but hey, doesn't even matter. It's in the pantheon of the internets now, and it's gone.
Did we miss? We missed a call from Adam?
I don't think so.
All right. I don't know. I feel like if we did, it was probably my mistake.
So I believe I've okayed the when I get the sheet of possible calls from the system.
Right.
I'm like, no, send Adam Thirst.
From the
Fine.
Garfield cart people.
Right.
That's how they can afford to sell Garfield cart for 70 cents. because we pay them so goddamn much to screen our calls.
But I wanted to call and let you know that I just finished the first 4 or 5 minutes of the Call of Cthulhu Actual Play Volume 2.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That was an opportune moment to sneeze because I accidentally closed the call.
All right. I wondered, did he see my body language that I'm sneezing, so he's stopping?
No. I just tapped my phone and it went away. So if you give me just a moment, I'll find that again. We don't mind listening to that from the very beginning,
that's
do
fine.
we?
Nope.
We missed at least 2 of Adam's calls, it seems like, so we owe him.
What's up, Tadpog? It's your beloved Adam. It's June. I haven't called in a while because as soon as I start donating to Tadpog...
Dude, you fucking sneezed that call away like Chupan in the goddamn Coliseum of Final Fantasy VI. That's the fiction I've crafted. I like that.
You guys decided to get a call screener who picks out all the funny calls and leaves all the other calls away, and it hurts my soul when I know I made a call and it didn't get played. But, I'm one of the only people that really, really loves the calls, so it's not a big deal. I'm not hurt by it. I still give money, and I still listen, and I still love you guys. But now you're doing Patreon episodes of all calls, so I'm back, and I'm excited, and I'm going to keep calling again. And I do wish that you could play the call that happened after I played Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time, because I called immediately back, so I don't know how come the screener didn't get you that one, but hey, doesn't even matter. It's in the pantheon of the internet now, and it's gone. But I wanted to call and let you know that I just finished the first 4 or 5 minutes of the Call of Cthulhu Actual Play Volume 2, where Tyler read the opening monologue. Damn, that's why I give money to Tadpog. I had such a hard boner during that monologue that the skin from my penis just shred in like a banana peel, and an even.
It's shredded?
Yeah, like penis skin does.
I learned a lot about Adam today. Mine is never shredded, but it's probably
lacerated.
Yeah,
it's never shredded.
That wasn't the skin. That was the tube.
Harder, realer, bigger boner came from my penis. It was amazing. My wife's gonna be so stoked when I get home to show her my banana penis or something like that. My gosh, this is the stuff that dreams are made of.
He doesn't even have sunglasses on or
sounded
nothing.
Like an episode of Serial before Serial
Oh, yeah,
sucked.
I bet it did.
Yeah, I said it. First season of Serial was great. The rest of them, I don't care. But this episode, so far, I freaking love it. And I would pay money to another Patreon for a second channel that does tabletop games like this because
we've talked about
it's amazing. I love it. I love this. The Little Fears episodes, the jam. This right here, the peanut butter. And we're about to get our snack on, like some fat little kids ready to eat. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to hang up because I got to freaking hear what happens to Chili Dog, Chinese police officer, and that drug dealer's girlfriend. Oh, I love this show. Tadpog, you have my heart, you have my soul, and you have all the semen in my balls right now. I love you.
Oh, God.
That was a good call.
That was a very good call. Thank you,
As a
beloved
narcissist,
Adam.
that was a good call.
That was a great call. Yeah, we have talked about doing a separate thing, which is all just actual play. You want to talk about that more off mic, or you want to talk about that on mic? Or
Let's make a year-long commitment to a game.
I don't know. Stay tuned, Adam, or don't. Stay tuned. I don't know. It's a thing. Well, yeah, we talked about it. Thanks for calling. It looks like he calls back the same day on June 7th, 2017. It's crazy to think that Call of Cthulhu game started that long ago.
Yeah.
It does not feel like it has been that long.
It doesn't.
I feel like we've talked about it on the mics, but like the big thing with doing the actual plays, I really enjoy doing them. I think they're a lot of fun. I think they're quality, honestly. And I'm not just saying that because it's us. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on that stuff, and I know that you have too.
Yeah.
Now, there are problems with it, especially with us only doing a one show a week.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know we said we would talk about it off the mic, but apparently it's a thing I really want to talk about right now. All right, let's see. Adam calls back. Let's see what's up with that.
Ha-ha! Beloved Adam again. What's up, son of Sam? Brett Miller and Adam Long gonna come get your ass! Woohoo! Man, when I heard my name in the game, I was like, yo, that dude has my name. And then it was like, whoa, that's me. And I was so stoked. Oh, man, this is so good.
Man, you've got a good whoa. That's like, I can't even do it justice. That's really good. That's like commercial quality.
This is Ric Flair.
Yeah, no shit. All right, we got another call. This is from 520. I think this might be Akemi again. Let's see.
Hey, TADPOG. Your very expensive screening service done right at the top.
So drunk there are two of her and they're talking at the same time.
Oh, you are drunk. You are drunk.
And I'm guessing in a police station.
Maybe. We'll see. Oh, gosh.
Because I just want to say that I love you guys, and you're awesome, and I want to cuddle Dave, because Dave is so cute, and I love his glasses.
Again! Not just Michelle. Caught it too. Oh, Dave's so pretty.
you.
Tyler just accepts weird sex.
Thank you. I will take that compliment. I need them.
You don't even try to hug me in a few days, Kana. You don't even try. I'm gonna keep this sound bit. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it when you try.
I appreciate the compliment. I am on strict orders to only cuddle with two people.
Not saying who. Just have to see.
Just two people.
You're one of them.
You might be. I don't know.
And I'm really drunk right now, if you can't tell.
What?
But,
I need to hear the compliments to fuel my narcissist rage. It's actually the only thing. I only live on candy and compliments at this point. Those two things. I'm kind of like a woodland sprite.
Yeah, I've always said that.
Yeah.
I'm like the TADPOG cuddle slut. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to say keep up the good work. And thank you for all that you do. And I feel really good right now. And I can't wait to hear you guys on Patreon on the exclusive ads, assuming you don't die from the captation.
She's cartoon drunk.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it. I did the thing again where I clicked it, I tapped on it, it went away. Cartoon drunk is right because Akemi, you just Rick Sanchez'd your way through that sentence.
Bro, Dave. You call Dave.
All right, let's see. I'm going to try to get back to the point where we were. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. I just want to say keep up the good work. And thank you for all that you do. And I feel really good right now.
You're welcome.
And I can't wait to hear you guys on Patreon.
We're going to hear it. We're going to hear it.
Exclusive ads, assuming you don't die from decapitation, which is funny as hell because I'm also like a little bit subby, and I'm like,
Sudsy?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Subsy?
Subsy?
Like a submissive?
Like a sub?
Yeah.
Subsy?
And we know that already. Thank you. Put your collar on. Go home.
Subsy? The sexual sequel to Bubsy? Bubsy's bottom?
You just pegged the shit out of Bubsy.
What the fuck are you anyway? A bobcat? I don't know.
you know what? I don't know where I'm going with this. I love you, TADPOG. Thank you for introducing me to everybody.
Okay, if this were subtitled, this is where it would be in brackets, and it would say incomprehensible.
Drunk and rambling.
Awesome. I love TADPOG. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm really, really fucking drunk right now. I drink like 3/4 of a bottle of Jaeger. I have my own like personal
yeah.
I'm prepping for next year, motherfuckers. So guys, if you didn't go this year, go fucking go. Fucking go. It was epic. Oh my god, it was the most fun I ever had.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Nope.
Okay, great. So it's not just me. Okay.
Even though I was awkward and tried to cuddle Dave. Sorry, Nikki.
Louisville Arcade Expo.
Louisville Arcade Expo. Hype.
Your husband's fucking hot.
Boom. Boom. Eat it, Tyler.
Yep.
And I like him a lot. But You already married it, so I can't. I love you guys. I love you so much, TADPOG.
And it sounds like you guys. It sounds like I love you, guy. You said Dave's name like 8 times. I've not heard you say Tyler once.
I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm so glad we decided to take calls.
I bet you are.
God, wait.
You narcissistic asshole.
You conceited shit.
I'm so glad we take calls and people say I'm fucking hot. TADPOG just stands for Troll and Dave playing on games. That's apparently what I am.
I can't record this anymore. I can't. I need a break. Oh my God, I need a break. Oh.
Well, we probably need to stop soon anyway, though, because it's about time for you to go get your sex on.
I do have a sex date. That is true. Oh God, I do. Yeah, we need to wrap it up. All right. So God, I looked at the clock and was like, oh God, that carriage is going to turn into a pumpkin in 33 fucking minutes. So let's finish this call. And there is actually one more call I want to get to. That's 13 seconds.
Okay.
And oh no, I'm sorry. It's actually longer than that. I'm gonna let someone jump queue. How about that? Because it's from a number outside of the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really intrigued by that one. All right, I'm going to continue the call to hear how great I am. Pass me those giant nerds, will you? Oh, I accidentally closed it. Again.
I really should at all. I love you, TADPOG. Bye.
Thank you. I feel like it's the only way we can respond to that. Thank you. All right, here's the call from area code 44, or maybe that's international code 44. This came in on July 1st, and I'm sorry, beloved Adam. You got 2 calls in before this, but I don't know, man. I see an international number. It's like, what's up with this?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with this 38-second call that I'm probably going to close accidentally 4 times?
Hi, how are you? I just have a question for you. Basically, I was doing a house there the other day, and one of the people in the house asked me about my personal male grooming habits. And this was a very new concept for me. So I'm basically wondering, does the standard guy actually shave down there? Or, what's the general protocol? What's acceptable? So if you could answer that question, that'd be great. I'm friends with Paul Clark, who subscribes and does some other stuff for your podcast. So any information on this will be great. My name is Gordo. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Well, Gordo, since we are not 2 standard guys, we cannot answer your question. We apologize.
Yeah, that is true.
Sorry, we're very special guys.
But I am curious now. What you got going on?
Just trim it up. Trim it up. Yep.
No clean shaven parts.
No.
None.
I don't like that.
No?
Melissa either.
No.
Yep. Just trim.
Trim.
Yep.
Did you get in there with some like clippers or scissors or what?
Now she does a very good job.
Oh yeah.
I let her handle. I don't do it for her. She does it all herself.
I like.
No, I'll do it how I want it.
Back off. Why do you always make the decisions? Maybe
it's a you or us, not a you or you.
Maybe I want my balls to stick to my legs all day.
So no, I don't want any like pokies flying out, but
no pokies flying out?
Yeah, just like the wild
like
pubes.
From Earthbound?
Like if she's like gonna deep throat me, I don't want any pubes in her face.
Oh, that is considerate.
Yeah, so trim it all up.
So like how trim? What are we talking about? Half an inch? Quarter inch?
Basically what I use on my hair.
What's your guard?
My head.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Keep it trim. And I don't know, man. I like to keep the boys smooth. I do. I like to keep the boys smooth.
I get scared about that.
You get scared about it?
Yeah.
That's fine. You're fine. Just don't use your straight razor.
Yep.
Pro tip: use the lady Bic that's in the shower.
No, I probably won't do that either.
I don't know, man.
Hey, daughters, I'm going to use your guys' razors to shave my balls.
Hey, does anyone mind if I use this to shave my balls?
I'm probably going to go through all 4 of them. It's a mess.
Don't worry, it's for sex stuff with your mom.
You know, when your mom licks them, I like to be like really smooth for her. You know what your poor mom licking some like stuff. You know, so
You haven't answered yet, so I'm assuming yes. Check. Well, Gordo, I hope we were able to help you. Friend of Paul Clark.
yeah. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube.
That is right.
What are we doing next? We talked about that?
Yeah, we have. You're still on board to do an episode on the Louisville Arcade Expo.
Oh, yeah.
That is what I would love to do.
Sounds good.
Because I'm not going to have... It's so weird for me to say. I'm not going to have a lot of time to play a game for us to talk about at the Arcade Expo, which is honestly...
Yeah, several days to get drunk, though.
Oh, God. Yes. I'm going to get drunk. That is a guarantee. That's how Leatherhead would say it on the Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Also, that chef that I don't know the name of.
Yep, Creole chef.
Yeah, that guy.
So that's what we're doing next, and we'll make it quick so you can
Sex date.
You make it to the ball.
Yeah.
So
The Belle of the Ball.
hey, if you want to send us something, you can send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PO Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. If you want to call us, leave a voicemail like these fine people, 270-883-2555.
Thank you, everyone who did call and continues to call.
Let's see. Hey, we got a Patreon, patreon.com/TADPOG.
Yes.
You can get all our back special Patreon episodes.
Yes.
We've got some more goals set for that. We just actually sit down and do.
Yep.
It's coming.
It's coming.
There you go.
Yep, sooner or later. We just recorded a bonus episode that came out about 2 days ago, which I thought was really fun.
Yep.
And I don't know. We're really close to our $6,000 a month goal.
We're pretty close.
That is a lie. That is a lie. But hey, did you enjoy this? Gordo, come on, man. We helped you out, dude. We helped you out, man. Give us
Throw in a pound.
Give us a pound sterling.
Give us a stone's worth of pounds.
Give us a
There you go. That's a British thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah. I know what's going on.
Yeah. You can do that at patreon.com/tadpod.
Let's see. Our theme song is Move. That's Sycamore Drive. Link to that track can find the show notes at tadpod.com.
Yes.
And I'll close it out, Dave.
Let's close it out like a ghost. Because there are ghosts in Pac-Man. You remember that game?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
So until next time. Tropical Capricorn. Should I do like a Slimer thing?
You did, yeah. Well, yeah, okay.
You ready to roll? We good?
Yep. Yeah, keep talking actually.
Yeah. Get right here. I'll sit up on here. I'll make sure I touch the pop filter a little bit. So it'll look a little bit
No, you're
better.
okay. You're actually louder than me when you do that.
Okay. So right about here. Right about here.
Yeah, that's good. We're good right
Or I'll
there.
Josh Nance it.
Nope, don't do that. Do not do that.
All right. Hello.
I was gonna say whatever you do, don't Jacob York it when we feel like he has a microphone, but he really doesn't. I'm actually just gonna turn your microphone off for this episode.
That's good. And I'll just shout at you.
Just shout. Yeah.